All of those things play a role where he's going to have an opportunity to start opening week 1. I really, really believe that he's going to have that shot.
Okay, ready for this? I'm very much looking at the NFL right now and thinking if there is a lot of movement, as Adam Schefter predicts, we're going to see some reunions. So I think that if Garoppolo's available, Belichick will be looking. I think that if Matt Ryan's available, I think Shanahan's going to be looking. And I think Cam Newton's going to be available, and Ron Rivera will come calling. I don't think Heineke is a starter. Maybe he is. But yep. Listen to the things that Ron Rivera used to say about Cam Newton when he was healthy. The #1 goal line offense. He was talking about all the things they were with Cam when he was healthy. We have listen, maybe Cam is cooked. Maybe the shoulder, he's not going to come back from, he's taken too many hits. But he really is a guy coming off a catastrophic injury where he missed a full season. He went to a new team with a brand new situation, no offensive weapons, right? I thought Tom Brady was done based on the offensive weapons. People were right about that. No, he's just not surrounded by anything. Cam was surrounded by less. He had to learn the system, and he got COVID, and he couldn't even practice. Still, they won 7 games. I think when you look around, coaches are going to look, what can we feasibly get? Who can we actually go and get? And as a stopgap measure, a guy like Cam Newton, who does bring competitiveness and, as Bill Belichick points out, leadership, and a guy who Ron Rivera knows very well, is likely to be available, come on the cheap, and could have a reunion with Rivera in Washington.
Wow. Look, I was semi-shocked by Stephen A. I was blown away by what you just said, Max. Talking about Cam Newton. I mean, I'm just going to be real. I don't see not a snowball's chance for Cam Newton. I just ain't no way that, in my opinion, that's going that way. I will say this, though, about Heineke, and this is my issue, Stephen A., when we start talking about it. I think people become prisoners of the moment for what Heineke did against Tampa Bay, right? Don't forget now, no film, no true prep for the defense, the defensive coordinator. And I know people don't think that's worth anything, right? Oh, well, no, it really is. When you watch a guy play 8-10 games, all of a sudden where his eyes go, what's he going to do, what's his preferences, all the different things statistically that begin to show up, it paints a good picture of what quarterbacks like to do. You don't have that yet. And so can Heineke carry this football team for 16 games? All the scrambling in the world isn't going to help that, right? What I do like about what the Washington football team has set up defensively, they are an absolute beast. So you don't need necessarily a dude, right? You don't need like the guy. You don't need an Aaron Rodgers. You don't need that. But if they could find a guy similar to that, not to Aaron Rodgers, but similar to a solid starter in the NFL, this team has a chance, especially if Dak and the whole situation with the Cowboys. Think about this division now. This could be a group of young players with a nucleus they have that could really drive it home. If I'm Ron Rivera, I'm looking for that guy, that 3-year guy, that 4-year guy. It's kind of a guy to come in similar to an Alex Smith, obviously pre-injury. We know about the thing that he came back last year. Absolutely incredible. And if he can continue to progress, fantastic. But if you're looking for somebody, I think you get a mid-tier guy for the Washington football team, continue to surround them with really good players. This team could be one that you do not want to mess around. Jack Del Rio on the defensive coordinating side, good heavens. This guy can put it together. Ron Rivera, his head coaching ability, this guy gets his locker room believing and understanding how to win NFL football games. This could be a very good football team. I would love for them to make a splash, right? I would love for them to go get somebody big with the QB carousel. I don't know if it's possible for them. That's what I would really like to see. I think Heineke would be a fun story and a fun watch. I think midway through the season, you would begin to people to peel those layers away and really show him for what he is. And I think that would be a difficult win as you progress through the season.
Well, I think you're probably right, but the point is whether or not who do you see starting week 1 and whether or not he's going to get an opportunity to showcase exactly what you're talking about. And that's the answer that I'm giving you, not just because I'm being a prisoner of the moment in terms of what he did against Tampa, but also because of the fact that they signed him to a 2-year extension. They like the kid. And so if they like the kid and Alex Smith, even though he's coming back, he still wasn't healthy enough for the postseason. It certainly ain't going to be Cam Newton. I damn sure don't see that. All right, Dwayne Haskins is going. I don't even know why he's in Pittsburgh. And so when you look at it from that perspective, I think he's going to get an opportunity to showcase what he can do. That's my point. And that's why I said week 1.
Guys,
I can see him being that guy.
When Ron Rivera has been asked about Cam Newton in the past, even as head coach of the Washington football team, what he said was, when Cam is healthy, he is a big impact player when he's healthy. But he's got a big number attached to his name, like at the time. The big number attached to his name is gone. And if Rivera believes he's healthy, he has a lot of experience having a lot of success with Cam Newton. If those two things are no longer an impediment, health and contract, I think if Washington can do better, if they can go get, Deshaun Watson, they'll go get Deshaun Watson. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're looking at Cam Newton as a low-cost, safe alternative for Ron Rivera.
Yeah, but Max, the problem with the whole can he stay healthy issue is his style leads him to stay banged up. Yeah. Right? I mean, you think about it, even in New England with Josh McDaniels and the whole way they were trying to implement that offense, what made Cam Newton so special was that he was a significant weapon in 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, goal line. He's not afraid to pull the ball down and stick his head in there, right? Jump over the pile, do all those things, which exposes him to more injury, and even if it's not catastrophic or season ending, it's little injuries that add up as the season progresses, and you watch his accuracy and his ability go down and diminish as the season moves forward. Ron Rivera's seen that, right? He saw it in New England, so
that's why you got a backup.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but if you're going to ride with that, let Heineke get all the reps you can. Like teach him and ride with him, to Stephen A's point. So I think they try to make a splash and go get somebody. You would hope so, but I do not see that Cam Newton riding that. That'd be really tough to go through an entire season.
All right. Guys, we talked about it a few times over the course of the show. Is Dak Prescott worth the $40 million that he is supposedly wanting from the Cowboys this season? 69% of our pollers said no. So, Stephen A?
What?
You got the majority on this one.
Oh, I can tell you why that is.
Any reaction to that?
I can tell you why that is. It's the spoiled Cowboy fan out there who's hearkening back to 1995, the last time they were relevant, and saying, he ain't Troy Aikman. He don't measure up.